What's up, everyone? Here we are today with the 12th of April Gaming TV tournament. Here in the other corner you can see this is Graz. What's up, Graz? How you doing?
Hey guys, very well, thank you.
Graz has recently begun streaming, I believe.
Yes,
so he's gonna get some on-camera experience here with this tournament. Obviously he's not Jeffrey. You know, we're all gonna have to live with that. Sadly, no Jeff Cats today.
Perhaps I should change my streamer name to not Jeffrey.
All right, so due to the randomization of the bracket in this tournament, this tournament has no seeding. It's a completely randomized bracket. We do have a SRPSS versus Alicia round 1. So yeah, pretty crazy round 1 here. And yeah, let's just get started with it.
Establishing
okay, so here we go. This is round 1, Alicia versus SRPSS. There are no bans in this tournament. So both players are playing Liang, which makes sense. Liang is the most broken commander in the game for sure.
New objective available.
And both players with the Mighty Titan. Alright.
The same deck? No, you're rockets.
They're very different decks. Yeah, we're seeing missiles. Well, actually, no, you're right. They are pretty similar. We've got Mammoth from SRPSS. Missiles from SRPSS, then Dogs and Predator from Alicia. Both players blind double half, so this looks like it's going to come down to a tech battle. I don't know. I think the Mammoth should actually be pretty helpful. People say Titan beats Mammoth like on economy or whatever, but I don't actually think that's true. I think you can bait Titan shots or going in with Mammoth tank. You can also just avoid Titan because the Mammoth tank's Raider. Makes it very possible to kill Titans off without taking too many shots back. And also Liang on SRPSS is super disgusting. Like Liang on Mammoth is insane. So I think the Mammoth is going to be interesting. Certainly this is going to come down to who can make more tech units. That'll be the winner of this game, which will be the guy who makes more, or guy or girl I should say, who makes more tech units. I think that's what this is going to come down to.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Alright, so Alicia slightly favored at the start here. She's used Razorback to clean up SRPSS's missiles, and now she has a Predator tank, which is going to be difficult for SRPSS to deal with. The Razorback is still alive as well, so that's going to keep clearing up these missiles. Yeah, you can see the Predator's doing a great job against these pitbulls.
Liang drone doing all the work.
Yeah, as is often the case. Here comes SRPSS first tech unit. Alicia goes for a second Predator. Oh, the drone does go down just as the missile's about to fire, but the second Predator gets on the pad, so that's gonna be missile for Alicia.
First Titan out early. The Lego Titan.
Yeah. And here comes the Titan mirror. This is going to be interesting. So this is basically the first missile isn't actually that relevant, to be perfectly honest with you. It's all going to come down to this. It's all going to come down to who wins the tech mirror. Both players have Liang Titan here. SRPSS is trying to juke his Titan around, but he's not actually doing anything here. He's not getting Alicia to retarget, and he isn't getting his Titan to get additional shots in. So very nice positioning from Alicia to put that Razorback blocking that tile. So the SRPSS, and nice with the Liang group, does the same thing both places. Really stopping SRPSS from using his superior Titan numbers here. Ooh. SRPSS just shot his own Titan as well with the second hit of that beam. SRPSS getting a little bit outplayed here in the Titan mirror, but he has more Titans, and that's all that matters. Like in the tech mirror, all that's really going to matter in this game is going to be who gets more Titans out. So although he has been losing the mirror, I'd say Alicia's been playing it better. It just doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter who plays better. It just matters who can make more of them.
The Harvester race is on.
Yeah, this is very important because the Harvester kills are relevant. I think SRPSS is going to shoot his own Titan again here. No, okay, he does dodge it that time. Oh, and here comes the Mammoth. This is a huge deal, I think. I think this Mammoth is just so much better as a single unit than a Titan. Like, SRPSS is miles ahead simply because he has one Mammoth compared to Alicia's Titans. I believe Mammoth does twice as much damage as a Titan. I think it does. I think a Titan does 2k and a Mammoth does 2k per shot. Although actually maybe it's... No, I think they both do 2k. I think Titan does 2k and Mammoth does 1k per shot for a total of 2k.
Major structural damage received.
So yeah, I think this one's probably over. I don't see how Alicia comes back. He's behind in this tech mirror.
Unit ready.
economy is similar, but the down harvester.
Yeah. And also, SRPSS has a Mammoth tank where Alicia has an extra Titan, so... Yeah, look, this is what I was saying at the start of the game about how how Mammoth has Raider. Like, you can use your Mammoth to just never take shots back, and that's a huge deal. So I think the Mammoth might be the mirror breaker here.
Lost.
Looks like he's well ahead now.
Yeah, and that's it. The Mammoth plus SRPSS just made more Titans. Alicia Alicia made Razorbacks and Predators, which allowed her to win the first missile. They were expensive units. They put her behind on the economy, and the game just came down to who had more Titans. Alright guys, here we are with the second game. Alicia versus SRPSS. SRPSS obviously won that last one by making more Titans, basically. Alicia now looks like she's not interested in doing a Titan mirror anymore. So I suspect we'll see her standard nod deck. And yep, there it is. Classic Alicia, standard nod. SRPSS made some slight changes. He's cut that Mammoth tank and he's put in a Mohawk. So he obviously is not expecting to play against Titan mirror again. This, I think, is a really smart play from SRPSS, because one of the things Alicia's decks are weak to, because of the lack of missiles and lasers, they're weak to powerful air units in the early game. So like Mohawk and Laser Drone are actually pretty tough for her to deal with early on. So what SRPSS has done is he's put the Mohawk in to give himself good early game against Alicia, and that should hopefully buy him enough time to make it to the Titans, which he's assuming are going to win the game. Like the Titan Hammerhead, he's assuming that spamming those is going to end up winning him the game. Alright, so Alicia, in her fairly standard pattern, she has gone for double wheel into Fnatic into something to harass Harvesters. You see this from Alicia constantly. This is her standard play pattern against double Harvester with this deck. She's very good at putting the pressure on the Harvesters, but yeah, here comes the Mohawk, which obviously is quite difficult for her to deal with early game. She immediately goes into Phantom. Obviously the best response in her deck to air is the Phantom. Doesn't quite take out the Razorback. As we all know, Phantom doesn't quite one-shot Razorback. But there it goes. She gets one extra missile, finishes it off. Does some damage to that Mohawk as well. So yeah, Alicia with complete dominance of the map. But that's not really that relevant. SRPSS knows he's going to lose his first missile. He's not fast. He just wants to survive long enough to get to Titan. Alright, so first missile's about to fire. Phantom does take out that Hammerhead. Hammerhead did kill the... Oh, SRPSS just gets on time. He did take out that Inferno, which is a huge deal. And it looks like Alicia mismicroed her Harvester a little bit. Oh, wow. Yeah, her Harvester is all the way down here for some reason. I guess she moved it, and she ran out of money there. And now she's lost the first missile against the tech deck. This is not looking good for Alicia.
Yeah, she came out Harvester first and took it all the way down to the bottom. I don't know if she was ever intending to go double half.
I think she just misclicked it. I think that's... I don't see why else she would have made that move. Here comes the Inferno with the Fnatic boost. But there's already a Hammerhead ready to fight it. And the Liang drone is going to make the Titan basically unkillable. Although the bike does take it out very quickly. It's a little bit of misplay from SRPSS there, letting that single bike model take care of that Liang drone. Alright, SRPSS with his second Titan. He's moved these halves off the fire, but he does actually still need the income. He hasn't reached the stage yet where he's got so much money that he doesn't need this income anymore. Well, it looks like he's happy with the situation as is.
Oh, he doesn't want them lined up. He's happy to keep one on.
Yeah, and here we go. He's looking to fire this missile here. And yeah, he takes it. Alright. Well, there you go. SRPSS 2-0's Alicia Destiny with the Titan deck. Alright guys, here we are with the second round. We have Shadow Phoenix versus Sant. Sant did really well in the April Arena last weekend. Only fell in the sort of... I can't remember where exactly. I think he ended up like 5th or 6th. He lost to Victor in the end. So yeah, hoping to see something big from him. And Shadow Phoenix, also a pretty serious player. Can't remember where he placed last week, but he is ranked 69. So that alone is...
That's all that matters.
That alone is a massive achievement. So yeah, good job, Shadow Phoenix. All right, so we're seeing a Jade Mirror. Phoenix with the Chem Warriors, Sant with the Buggy. Generally speaking, I think this favors the Warriors in the end. Because it takes the buggies so long to kill them that they create like complete dominance of the infantry battle. And then Shadow Phoenix has shades to take care of the chem buggies. So yeah, he's not just dead to chem buggy at all. So interesting to see how this goes. He does go bikes here though, which bikes are not going to be great against the chem buggy. It takes 3 volleys to take care of it.
There's some good micro at the moment from Shadow Phoenix to keep everything alive and moving around.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there, walking his chem warriors into the chem buggy. Oh, and here comes some laser drones. He's not going to be able to stop these. Although Toussaint moves off the pad with his chem buggy for some reason. And this buys Shadow Phoenix enough time to get there with the bikes. I don't know why he did that. He must have misclicked because there's no reason to have moved off that pad there. Like, he just moved away from chem warriors as well, so... Yeah, buys Shadow Phoenix a lot of time, but now we're seeing the bike spam mirror. Toussaint comes in with the laser drones. They're going to mess that up. Shadow Phoenix needs to get on this middle pad. He just about manages it, but here come laser drones and chem buggy. I think this is going to be Toussaint's first missile, and yes, it is.
Just about.
Yeah, too much. The laser drones were too much for Shadow Phoenix to deal with, I think. Laser drone obviously very good against Nod. So yeah, gave him a little bit of the edge he needed.
And the missiles are going along the top. Looks like he's going for that base kill.
Yep, missiles guarding that chem buggy. Alright, he reaches the base. He gets a little bit of chip damage as well. Gets 1 cloud. Shadow Phoenix missiles the buggy but misses it. Uh-oh.
The bikes are there.
Oh, this is an extra cloud. If he gets the... Oh, yeah, this is so many clouds. This should just be game. Oh, it's not quite. Not quite. It's effectively game, though. The Sat just needs to chip the base with anything. And Shadow Phoenix needs to fire 2 missiles. Yeah, yes, he sees it coming. He just can... Fair enough. Alright, so in the Jade Mirror, obviously, if you're the person to get the first missile, that's a big deal. I think that the error there from Shadow Phoenix was to go bikes. I think he just needed to save up and go straight into the shade. I think the bikes just weren't good enough. Alright guys, here we are with the second game, Shadow Phoenix versus Toussaint. Shadow Phoenix is down 1 game after Toussaint got that base kill. Another Jade Mirror here. It's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. It looks like we've got the same decks. Oh no, sorry.
No,
oh, the laser drones are gone.
Yeah. Chem Warriors and Chem Buggy for Toussaint.
Yeah, that's super weird. I don't know why we're seeing Chem Warriors and Chem Buggy, but...
To kill those chems.
Taking position. Advancing. Unit ready.
There they are out already.
So Toussaint looks like he's trying to keep the missile charging. Keeps moving off of the pad.
Let's get the Chem Buggy out.
Alright, so Chem Buggy comes out in response to these Chem Warriors. Let's see if Shadow Phoenix goes for bikes again or if he stays up for the shade this time. The thing is, this time Toussaint doesn't have those laser drones, so he can't punish the bikes as badly as he did last time. Alright, Shadow Phoenix does go for the shade instead. I think this is a much better choice. Here comes the shade. It's going to take care of this Chem Buggy. And this is what I was saying in the first game. This is why I thought things would go. The Chem Warriors kill the lasers and the Chem Buggy goes down to the shade. And that gives Shadow Phoenix much better map control. This is what I was expecting to see in that first game. Shadow Phoenix sends his shade around the back of the top of the map. I guess that's to protect it from the laser troops.
Out comes another Chem Buggy.
Shadow Phoenix is going to be looking to try and one-shot this thing with his shade. It doesn't actually quite one-shot it, but it puts it low enough that the Chem Buggy can't move in on any units without dying, so it's effectively dead. Yeah, there you go. You can see how low the Chem Buggy goes to.
1 HP.
Yeah. Alright, so now we've got a Phantom Mirror. Dance Phantom is going to take out both these shades, it looks like. And Shadow Phoenix gets his Phantom shot by bikes. This is really bad for him. He's going to lose this Phantom now. Yeah, that was a really bad play. He shouldn't have sent in his Phantom after it was damaged as well. You need to use Phantoms on defense. Shadow Phoenix now looking for the second missile. Struggling to get on this bottom pad here.
Gets on. He's got the top pad.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Doesn't need the base kill.
All right, takes it very easily.
It must take a lot of work to stick at 69 though.
All right, here we go. Shadow Phoenix versus Sant. Shadow Phoenix is now ranked 68. Not sure how that's happened. I don't know if he's been playing a game in between the tournament match or what, but
Received.
he's somehow gained a rank. I guess someone else could have dropped. That's probably more likely.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Ready.
Yo, thank you for the bits, Dan Bing music.
So a completely different deck from T-Sant, who's switched over to GDI. Get some Liang on there.
Unit ready.
I assume this is largely to facilitate the disruptor.
Yeah,
I
he
hope
might
it's
be
getting
thinking that
close.
Disruptor will counter Shadow Phoenix's deck. To be fair, Disruptor will be good versus Shadow Phoenix's deck, but if you were going to go for that style of plan, I think it would make more sense to play a Flame Tank. Flame Tank is insanely good versus the Chem deck, whereas Disruptor is just not a good unit in general, so I think Flame Tank would have made more sense.
Unit lost.
Yeah, and I think on this map as well, it's going to be very difficult to try and base kill with the disruptor because you're going to have units on both pads who are going to be able to intercept it.
Also, if you're expected to play against a Jade deck that can chem bomb your base, going double Harvester is probably not the best strategy.
Unit lost. Warhead launched.
Yeah, so Shadow Phoenix gets the first missile easily, and now he's going to go for that base kill.
Damage received.
Yeah.
And if Sant doesn't get a Disruptor out fairly quickly, he's going to struggle to stop it.
Yeah. He's got the tech lab.
Yeah, he's blocking with these rifles. I don't know if he's going to buy himself enough time. Looks like he should just about.
Yeah.
Unit.
Yeah,
And
he's
more
going.
chems
Okay,
are
he's
coming.
taking. Yeah, he's taking out these chems. That's nice.
Unit.
Here comes the Disruptor. This is going to be good versus bikes as well because they're a squad. I think it kills them in two shots. Yeah, it looks like 2 shots. All right, nice. So Disruptor takes out a bike, takes out some militants. Unfortunately, here comes a stealth tank. This should not kill this Disruptor. Even with the Disruptor being damaged, I don't think it'll take it out. Maybe
Moves
with the
missiles
chems
out,
helping.
block. Doesn't get
Ooh.
full volley missiles off.
There goes the chems, and yeah, the last 2 missiles of the stealth tank hit those hit the enemy missiles, which is really bad.
But with the orcas, he can't block the pads completely.
Unit lost.
Actually, looking okay for Sant now. All he needs to do is survive this push of units with his Disruptor.
Sandstorm out.
Oh, can he block? He needs to get the Sandstorm onto this pad to be the main blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. He's in good shape now. Now he needs to obviously push on the other pad, or go for the base. Shadow Phoenix could go for a missile here. I think that's what we're going to see. I think he's going to chem missile this. That should take out the whole pad. Yeah, this is going to take out the pad, and it should buy him enough time. Nice. He even moved
Disruptor
in.
survives.
He moved in the chem warriors to get an extra explosion. Spike's coming to finish this Disruptor, and that's it. Very well played by Shadow Phoenix there.
Unit lost.
Alright, and Shadow Phoenix will advance.
Establishing.
Alright, here we have Bayer versus Invincible. This is also round 2. Bayer with his Jackson deck. I suspect he'll play the same deck he always plays, which is Rifle, Missile, Shock, Pitbull, Predator, Hammerhead. And Invincible with the 4 War Factory Fnatic deck, which I think I made. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's basically just a Fnatic. It's the standard Fnatic deck with Stealth Tank instead of Phantom, so it's not like,
Unit ready.
you know, it's not like pushing the boat out at all.
Yeah.
But it has become a very popular deck lately. I think people just think Stealth Tank is just better than Phantom right now because of Razorbacks. Alright, so Invincible comes out with Shocks and Fanatics. He isn't preserving these wheels at all, though.
No. Sends the Fnatic all the way around.
Yeah, this is really bad for him because he just lost those Fanatics, those Shocks for no reason, really. He didn't preserve his wheels at all, so he didn't have the wheels ready to fight the Shock Troopers. What he really wants to do is actually just get 2 Fnatic squads out.
Unit.
Although he's looking pretty good to take first missile just with wheel spam. Yeah, he's going to take first missile very easily just with this wheel spam.
Warhead launched.
I think Bayer overcommitted with that boost on his Shocks going into the Fanatics. Didn't really need to spend that 30, and that delayed his Pitbull dramatically, which meant he couldn't beat the wheels.
Unit lost.
Gets a missile trooper. When he pushed the wheels in before the Pitbull pulled back. Flamers, I don't think he really needed them.
No, not a huge fan. Well, I don't mind it. It's okay. It gives him something to fight these Shocks as well. But mostly Invincible actually just mispositioned his units there. It ended up okay for him because the Scorpion came in to save the day, but Yeah, a little bit of mispositioning. And Fire now with a Predator as well. Double shocks. It's going to be hard for Invincible to push this. He really has not... He still has not managed to achieve a double Fnatic setup, which is what you beat Shock Troopers with. Wow, the boosted Scorpion does beat that Predator, though, even though the Predator had a Jackson boost for a while there. So that's kind of crazy. That just goes to show how insane Fnatics are.
Stealth tank out now.
Not sure I would have gone with Stealth Tank. I think that's massively way too expensive a unit here. Doesn't fight the Predators well either, so yeah, really not a fan of this. And now he's getting pushed off these pads. Looks like Invincible's going to lose this missile.
Can you get round? No.
No. Oh, the bikes almost sneak on, but not quite.
Nearly.
And yeah, that Stealth Tank did not end up getting much value. Don't think the Stealth Tank was a good call. I think he really should... He should just be making Fnatics and Scorpions. That's the only things he needs. That's how you beat ground with Fnatic aggro. You just make Fnatics and Scorpions. And again, he isn't setting up these double Fnatics ever. He just let one Fnatic squad get eaten by these boosted shocks.
Yeah.
Here comes a drill pod.
Yeah, another flamers.
That's a nice drill pod. It gets the boost from the Fnatics, so it takes out the shocks very easily.
Got to micro them onto the... Yeah.
Stealth Tank goes after the Predator. Takes a shot. Ooh, he's going for the Harvester, it looks like. Not a fan of this.
Pulled out the last minute.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh dear. Another set of shocks come in. Absolutely wreck these Fnatics.
Yeah.
Invincible again goes with the Stealth Tank. I don't understand why he keeps making Stealth Tanks. They're simply worse than Scorpions. Like, the only reason to make a Stealth Tank is to kill air, really. Other than a Scorpion. If you're fighting ground units, like Predators, the Scorpion would just be superior.
Perhaps it's for the speed to get it round the back. Which
Yeah, maybe. That's not really helping him, though, because he can't get on this back pad.
No.
And it looks like he's going to lose this missile as well.
No, too late.
Yeah, and Bayer does take it. I gotta say, pretty big throws, in my opinion, from Invincible. Don't understand why. He only made like one Scorpion that game. And the one Scorpion he made did a lot of work. And then he just started making Stealth Tanks instead, even though they're not as good in the matchup.
Yes.
Bayer switched to Nod here, even though he did win with GDI last time. And we're on neutral zone now, so that's probably why he switched to Nod. Nod is a lot better on neutral zone. Alright, Invincible with the same deck. Bayer with basically the same Nod deck he always plays. He's never really switched decks. He's been playing this Nod deck and this GDI deck for pretty much since the dinosaurs, I think. Who do you think's favored in this one, Graz?
I think Bayer will be. I think again the Predator and Stank combo for Invincible is kind of overkill on the position, if you like. But then perhaps with the if he can get a Fnatic wall up and use the Fnatic boost with the Scorpion mirror, then that might help.
Yeah, I think the Fnatic deck should be slightly favored if he uses the Fnatics well, but I'm a little bit worried that we're going to see Invincible. Oh, what's he doing? Why is he off the pad?
I think he was trying to get the block and misclicked.
Oh wow! Now he's going to lose this missile. What a colossal throw! There was no way he was going to lose that missile. That's insane. Yeah, I think Invincible's deck should be slightly favored, but he just keeps throwing these games, man. Like, it's I mean, it's a tough game. It's a tough game, and Bayer's a solid opponent. But yeah, some serious throws from Invincible in this one.
It is tricky. Like, I know sometimes when I play and you misclick and you think you've done it and you're on looking at the next unit, and by the time you've realised you've done it, it's too late.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing over there? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And Bayer pushing Invincible off the map here.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's got control of the pads. He's got units surrounding them. Kills a tank, but he's got another one ready.
Yeah, that's game. We didn't even see Invincible ever use his Fnatics, I don't think, which is really his best unit in the matchup, the Fnatic plus Scorpion.
No.
Pretty convincing win for Bayer there.
Yeah.
Alright guys, here we are with the first of the semi-finals. It's Tub versus Shadow Phoenix. This is going to be a best of 5. The winner obviously will progress to the finals, and the loser will go for the third place match. What do you make of these decks? Graz.
I think Shade might be the defining factor here. We've got an all ground based deck for Tub, and we've got that Shade and the Chems for Shadow Phoenix. It's going to be very difficult for Tub to beat the Chem Warriors. I think he's going to have to throw like 2 or 3 Fanatics at each set. So I don't know. I think Shadow's probably going to get this based on deck.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think in terms of deck, the Fnatic decks, one of their biggest weaknesses is usually Chem Warriors, which Shadow Phoenix obviously has. As you said, the 4 War Factory is also weak to Shade, so I agree that in terms of deck, Shadow Phoenix is ahead. But on this map, Fnatic aggro is amazing, and Seth is way better than Jade. So while Shadow Phoenix is ahead on deck, I think Tub should be ahead on map. The Shadow Phoenix takes that first missile, so now I'm heavily favoring Shadow Phoenix. If Tub doesn't even get the first missile here, then I think he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's using he's got the drill pod out, using the Scorpion to corral the Chem Warriors the other way.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep him away from his base.
But he charges in the flames and sends the Fanatics the other way.
Yeah, not sure about sending these flames 1v1. It's okay. With the Scorpion support, it looks like he's going to take care of these chems. Oh, doesn't quite finish them. He's going to need to put something to finish that off. Oh, there's the wheels, nice.
Oh, it gets him.
Yeah, without that, he could have been in a lot of trouble there.
So Shade out to get the Scorpion tank, but doesn't pull up a full volley.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to lose it to a stealth tank here, so that's pretty bad for him. Shadow Phoenix, you can see these chems on the top are just causing such a big problem for Tub. Like, the Fnatic deck really struggles to get rid of chems. He needs to send wheels at them, really. He's going for a drill pod instead, though. That's also a reasonable strategy. Tub in pretty good position here. He's got all 3 pads. He takes out these chems at the top. He should take this missile pretty easily.
Yeah, Shadow seemed to stop there. He had chems at the bottom that you could have put them to block the stealth tank. Oh,
yeah.
There they go, base.
Yeah, it looks like Shadow Phoenix is all in on the base kill instead. So he's ignored this missile to go for the base. With 2 Chem Warriors, he should be able to get the whole base here.
Shoots the middle one.
Yeah.
And a middle cloud.
Oh, and there it is. Yeah, takes the whole base. Alright, well played, Shadow Phoenix. Alright, here we go. Game 2, Tub versus Shadow Phoenix. Shadow Phoenix is obviously up 1-0. This is a best of 5 because we're in the semis now. So Tub doesn't need to win this one to stay in. But obviously, not great for him if he does lose this. Lone Spire is one of the worst Jade maps in the game. So Shadow Phoenix has switched out of Jade here. Because obviously there's no way you can get to the base for the base kill on this map, really. So I suspect that's why we see him switch into the Sandstorm Razorback deck. A little bit surprised to see this deck, though. I think this deck is not good since Sandstorm got its nerfs. The whole point of this deck was that Sandstorm was overpowered with Liang, and I just don't think it is anymore. So, yeah, not a huge fan of Shadow Phoenix's deck here.
Yeah, Tub not pressing hard to charge the pads. I guess he doesn't know that Shadow Phoenix has got Sandstorm in there.
Yeah, Tub, generally speaking, though, when you're on a not aggro deck like Tub's, I think you're basically always looking to a charge. Like, there's no way your deck is favored in the late game when you're playing a deck like that. It's just not possible. Because your most expensive unit is a 60 cost Banshee. So yeah, I think Tub should always be looking to charge. Venom Switch is going to get in the first missile pretty easily here.
Yeah, nicely done.
Shadow Phoenix comes out with a Pit Bolt.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I like that if you're going too air based too early.
Yeah. I gotta say, Tub's deck is actually very weak to a Sandstorm still. Like, even with Sandstorm being nerfed, his deck is so cheap. Everything is so cheap and so light. He doesn't even have like a Scorpion tank to fight the Sandstorm. He's gonna have to use lasers to fight it, which is gonna be really difficult against a Razorback as well. So if the Sandstorm does come out, it is gonna be very good for Shadow Phoenix.
So he's letting his Banshee just get eaten by the missile troops.
Yeah, and these Flamers go down to this Razorback. Oh, it looks like Tub's falling apart a little bit here. Now that we're getting to the mid-game, his deck's strength is dropping, and once Shadow Phoenix has access to his first 3 buildings, it's a lot easier for him to handle everything.
The drones only took a couple of shots in that Pitbull because they mismicroed around.
Yeah.
Banshee comes off to take on the Pitbull.
Oh, and there's the Sandstorm.
2 minutes on a single half deck.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't looking great for Tub before the Sandstorm came out. Now that it's here, I think he's in a whole world of pain.
Pushes on, takes that missile fairly easy, pretty comfortably. And now you're gonna have to just throw units at this sandstorm and it'll start shooting before they get close enough.
Yeah, he's gonna have to throw lasers at it. And then he also has to take out this Razorback. Like, Razorback plus Sandstorm is gonna be basically an unbeatable combination.
Yeah.
And we see a drill pod on the base. Not very often
Here we
we see
go.
that.
OP strat.
Yeah. Very rare you see this strategy outside of Gold League, I think. Doesn't get that much damage done to the base. The Razorback easily cleans it up.
Yeah, Liang drone out.
Yeah, double Sandstorm with Liang drone, double Razorback. I don't know what Tub is supposed to do here. This deck just simply doesn't have the units to fight this. He needed to win the game before this got set up.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Shadow Phoenix is going to take it pretty comfortably here.
Shoots backwards. Doesn't help. Yeah,
Yeah.
even with drone span, it's not gonna. Yeah, too easy.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, 2-0 to Shadow Phoenix. Go. Alright, match point for Shadow Phoenix here. He's 2-0 up on Tub. If he wins this game, he does make it to the finals, where he will be facing either Bayer or SRPSS, depending on the outcome of the other semi-finals. Tub with an Alicia deck here, although a little bit weird. He's got the Venom Banshee instead of the Inferno Phantom. And Shadow Phoenix back on his Shade Jade deck. So I don't see how Tub is going to need to use Venoms to fight Chems, probably.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he's in big trouble here.
Yeah, and that's obviously going to get shut down by the Venom, by the Phantom. Yeah, also I just realized Tub has Laser Squad as his infantry, not an anti-infantry infantry, so it's actually nothing like an Alicia deck. The whole thing about the Alicia style decks is they're laserless decks. So he's actually getting hammered pretty hard here. I don't know if he opened his barracks, and then I think realized he has lasers in there, because then he opened his air tower. Yeah, I think I don't know if he thought he had an infantry in there, but yeah, here comes the Venoms, and
big trouble. He's lost the first missile. He's got no good way to counter the Chem Warriors if they get out.
yep.
He's having to throw.
He's having a hard time even just dealing with lasers. This is why every deck in the game pretty much plays anti-infantry infantry. Because otherwise lasers are incredibly efficient. The problem with lasers is they're fragile and slow. If you have no units that can punish them, it doesn't matter they're fragile and slow, because they can just take their time getting to the middle of the map. So that's why every deck in the game pretty much plays an anti-infantry infantry.
Yes.
Shadow Phoenix going for this base kill, doesn't get there. Also, his second Chem Warrior is going to get punished by this Venom, so actually not great play by Shadow Phoenix here. He's throwing away a lot of resources.
No, I think he was maybe a little bit too comfortable.
Yeah, this Phantom though cleans up the Banshee, and yeah, that's going to be game. Hub can't get back on the top pad, and Shadow Phoenix takes it pretty comfortably. Alright, so congratulations Shadow Phoenix, he makes the finals. Alright guys, here we are with the other semi-finals. SRPSS versus Bayer. We're looking at a GDI mirror. I suspect Bayer will be playing the same deck he always plays. SRPSS will be playing the same deck he always plays in tournaments, I would assume. And yes, that's exact. Oh no, hang on. Bayer has changed deck. Bayer has Titan and Snipers. And he's a completely different deck. He's got a Slingshot. This deck from Bayer looks like he built it to counter what SRPSS is doing. Because he's got Slingshot for all of SRPSS's air. And then he's got Snipers for the missiles. And then he's got Titan for the Titan mirror. But this is not a good deck for Snipers. Sorry, this is not a good map for Snipers or Slingshot. This is one of the worst maps. Possibly the worst map in the game for 2 range units. Like, this is the most spread out map in the game. So, I like what Bayer's doing here in terms of the deck strategy. I think on this map it could be horrendous though. So we have to wait and see.
Slingshot's out pretty early without any air units. Oh,
Yeah, I think he just...
the Mohawk.
Yeah, I mean, he just knows what SRPSS is going to do, right? Because SRPSS has been doing the same thing every single tournament game for the last, like, 3 tournaments. So Bayer knows he can go Slingshot pretty safely because he knows SRPSS is going to go air. And SRPSS does, in fact, do that. SRPSS is a very nice Mohawk micro here to keep it alive and harass against this Slingshot. Is the Razorback going to be in time? No, he does lose first missile. First missile's not really relevant though. This is going to be exactly the same as the game against Alicia, where
Yeah.
the winner will just be the person who has more money and makes more Titans. That's all that's going to matter.
Yes, I can't really see a way for Bayer to stop SRPS once he's got his Titans out and the Mohawks out, because the Titan should get to the slingshot, hopefully.
Yep, I agree completely. It's going to be very hard for the slingshot to do its job. Oh,
I guess the way
Jackson
Titan
is not going to beat Liang either,
through any
so...
blocking unit of the slingshot.
Jackson Titan I don't think is going to beat Liang Titan here. No, it takes 3 shots for a Titan to kill a Titan, but with Liang going it's the 4th shot. Jackson does not increase your attack speed enough to get that extra shot. So yeah, SRPSS takes the first Titan mirror. Gets both harvesters here. That's game over.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because now SRPSS just makes infinite Titans. And that's all the matchup comes down to. It's just about who has more Titans. And SRPSS will have significantly more Titans. Also, if you're going to try and fight Liang Titan, you can't do it with Jackson Titan. Liang Titan is so far ahead of Jackson Titan. Yeah, Bia really has nothing on the field anymore. Slingshot doesn't do anything when the Titans are out. He's spamming missiles, but they're not going to be relevant either.
When your opponent's spamming Titans, it's not going to help, is it?
You really, to fight, like, I really think, and I know that I do this a lot during tournaments, and I probably shouldn't coach the players, but I've been thinking about it some more, about what this deck should be weak to. And I believe SRPSS's weakness actually should be a Borka deck, because a Borka Hammerhead deck will not care about the Titans at all, because it's just an air-based deck. And the Borka will actually punish the Titans, and then it'll just be a Hammerhead mirror for the rest of the matchup. So I've thought about it some more, and I think that's probably what SRPSS's deck is actually weakest to, is a bomber deck.
The Razorback with the Liang drone doing work there, taking out all the missile squads.
Yeah, and now you can see SRPSS is just going to go triple Titan at the base. So yeah, pretty brutal game here. And once again, Titan's unstoppable.
Yeah, Titan OP.
Yeah, I mean, Titan and Rockworm both have way too much infantry damage. Like, they're not really weak to anything, apart from air, which is covered by the heavy anti-air unit. So yeah, SRPSS does take that game pretty comfortably after the first missile. Okay, game 2, Bayer versus SRPSS in the semi-finals.
So sticking with
SRPSS at
Jackson.
1-0. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Bayer just go back to his comfort deck here. This is often what you see people do. Yeah, he's gone back to his comfort deck. You'll see people do this a lot. They'll build a deck to try and counter what SRPSS is doing. They'll fail to counter it, and they'll just go back to their comfort deck, which also doesn't counter it. So, yeah, I would if I was a betting man, I would put all of my money on SRPSS in this matchup. I just don't think Bayer can ever beat the Titan deck here. Not with what he's got available. He doesn't even have an air to ground unit. Like, there's nothing in his deck that can fight Titan. He's gonna have to Predator spam if he wants to fight Titan, and that's not gonna work against Liang Titan. So, although having said that, Lone Spire is an extremely bad map for Double Harvester. So it's really tough for SRPSS to actually go for his normal strategy of like blind Double Harvester into Titan spam.
Boost on the Pitbull.
Ooh, the Bayer, yeah. He just gives up the missile to kill that Razorback. Wow, really odd choice from Bayer there. He didn't need to go off that pad. Like, I know that he wanted to kill the Razorback, but he didn't need to go off the pad. And that's really cost him, because now he has to win 2 missiles against Titans. It's going to be really tough for him.
He's got all the units he needs on the field. And we've got missile. The Mohawk comes for the Harvester. Just to harass it. He doesn't even need to take it. Units on the pads.
Yeah, and
The shock troopers stood there AFK.
the shock troopers have not been very impressive, which is usually how shock troopers are.
Out comes the Hammerhead.
Hammerhead is really good for Bayer here. He needs this to stand a chance, but like, so close to the missile firing here, I don't know if he has time to get back into it. And he boosts the Hammerhead. The shocks are nowhere near the pad.
It's too late.
Yeah,
Too little, too late.
yeah, a little bit frantic play from Bayer there, and he gets overrun pretty hard. All right, match point: SRPSS versus Bayer. SRPSS 2-0 up right now. Bayer needs to win this one to stay in it. And he's playing Jackson again, so I would not be surprised to see the same deck. Oh, no, he's got Titan in his deck now.
Okay, he's gone back to the.
Yeah. But again,
Took out,
I don't
took out
understand. He's taken out his his shocks. His shocks are terrible. But again, like he's playing Jackson, so he's gonna mirror Titan with Jackson versus Liang. He's gonna get crushed. Like that's not a close matchup. And then he has to face off against Mohawk as well. So
Unit ready.
SRPSS has better support for his Titan and a better commander. Like this is not gonna be. I just don't see how Bayer wins this, honestly. Like this matchup just seems really bad for him.
Yeah. So the Razorback over the top takes care of most of the riflemen. Missiles come in to take out the. Will they get the pitbull in time? No.
Bayer does manage to get the block on top, so he does take that first missile. But again, like SRPSS just doesn't care. Like his deck just doesn't care about first missile at all.
No.
He's just all in on this Titan plan.
Ready.
And so far, this is the second week in a row he's been bringing this, maybe even third. I can't remember if he was doing this 2 weeks ago, but this is definitely the second week in a row in my tournaments he's been bringing this deck,
Unit lost.
or a deck very similar. And so far, nobody has beaten it. And
The micro
people have
on
tried
that
a lot of
Razor-
things and have not managed anything yet.
SRPSS managed to micro that Razorback around a boosted pitbull and keep it alive for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, so it also doesn't help that SRPSS is, I mean, like, no disrespect to anyone else, but SRPSS is better than most of the people he's playing against as well.
Unit
So not only does he come with these decks that people don't seem to know how to counter, like no one's figured out how to counter this Titan deck yet, but also he just outplays them throughout the whole game as well. Although here we go, we might see it.
Yeah, he's got to get on the pad somewhere.
I don't think SRPSS can get on the power. The Liang drone. Oh, he fucks it! And finally, we see someone actually take down SRPSS. And
Everybody loves to see
the
the
Titan
fail,
from
yeah.
Bayer was actually useless. He never even made it.
established.
All right, here we go again. SRPSS versus Bayer. Still match point, but Bayer has a win now. Finally stopping the Titan. First person in 2 weeks to take a game off SRPSS when playing this Titan deck. And Bayer brings the
Sticking
same
with
deck again.
decks. Yep.
I mean, it worked, so I don't blame him. I can understand why he would bring the same exact deck after it worked, but
Yeah.
he literally didn't make a Titan. So, what is the logic behind playing Titan again?
Unit ready.
And what is he doing with these rifles? Why are you harassing with rifles? Get on the pad, man.
Yeah. SRPSS straight out with the double halve this time.
Yeah, and he's going to go straight into Razorback because he knows that Bayer opened rifles because Bayer showed them to him. Not a fan of how this has gone. Oh, he's opened Mohawk. That's surprising.
Commenced.
And Bayer boosting and going after the Harvester. This is a very odd...
Unit ready.
Still in the pad, still in the pad. Out comes Razorback. Maybe a misclick on the Mohawk?
Yeah, I don't know. I think SRPSS likes to... I think he went Mohawk because he was expecting there to be a Pitbull waiting for him.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, really surprised to see Bayer throw units at this Harvester. That's a rookie
not
error.
judging
Like,
bad.
you don't win against Tech by killing their Harvesters. You win against Tech by
Liang
winning
drone.
the game. And the Liang drone, and that's it. He loses first missile. His rifles are on the base.
Yeah.
He
AFK
chose to
rifles.
harass the Harvesters instead of going...
Lost.
Maybe he was thinking that if he got the Harvester kill, he could power out a Titan. And if he gets the first Titan, then he can kill all of SRPSS's Harvesters and spam
The
them.
Drone is still alive.
Building online.
Yeah. I mean, now it's over. Like, he's thrown it now.
Hammerhead's out.
There's going to be a Titan real soon. I don't know what Bayer's thinking was, because he's against Liang. Like, if SRPSS doesn't want to lose the Harvester, he just won't. Like, he'll only lose it if he chooses to let it go.
Yes.
Unit ready.
So yeah, I think Bayer... I don't know, man. Like, he came out... He pulled it out of the bag last game, but... It feels like he's just completely fallen apart in this game.
Yeah, a little bit of a panic play.
Yeah, like, I don't know what happened to him, but... Like, he played last game pretty smoothly, and then this game, it's just... Yeah, this has been ugly to watch. And, like, he wins this second missile here against the Titan. Again, if he just won that first missile, he would win the game now. If he had, instead of harassing the Harvester, if he just fired the missile, the game would be over and he would be 2-2. But instead, he went and did this weird shit where he tried to kill the Harvester for no reason.
Our base.
Even though that's not how you beat Tech. And now he loses the missile to Liang, which is, you know, to be expected because that's the main thing Liang does is steal missiles. And now he has to beat Titans for missile free, which isn't going to happen.
And hasn't rebuilt his harvester because the Titan sat there waiting. 2 hammer's heads and a Liang drone out.
Unit ready. Unit
Yeah, it's sad to see such a colossal throw, honestly, because Bayer could have had this one as well. He just needed to enact the same game plan he did last time, which was win the first 2 missiles.
unit ready. Unit lost.
Missile spam takes down the Titan. Hammerhead doesn't quite get the Raider back and it's blocked by 2 hammerheads.
Needs to get on the pad, just about gets on, but he's not going to be able to stop the other hammerheads, and that's going to be game.
The harvester moves off. Oh,
And rip Bayer. Alright, well, good showing still. Managed to take 1 game versus SPSS, which most people don't. Third place game.
Establishing.
Alright guys, here we are with the 3rd place match. Bayer versus Tub. The winner of this one obviously will receive the 3rd place prize, which is a fairly minimal amount, but you know, it is 3rd place, so you know, second, not even first loser, 2nd loser. So any prize at all, pretty generous.
yeah.
Alright, so Bayer is on his... Okay, so he's playing the Titan Slingshot deck. Tub is playing a Borka deck with Talon and Pitbull as his anti-air. This is really awkward for Tub. I don't like Borka decks that don't play Hammerhead. And this is the reason why, is because... Well, actually, never mind. I was going to say because Bayer's Hammerhead is going to be really bad for him, but Bayer's not playing the Hammerhead deck this game. He's playing Slingshot, so it won't matter at all. Normally, if you play against a opposing Hammerhead and your anti-air is not Hammerhead, then you will lose the air battle, and then you won't be able to protect your Orca Bombers. But yeah, Bayer's playing the Slingshots, so actually Tub will be okay here, because you can overrun Slingshots with Orca Bombers.
Unit ready.
It looks like it's going to be an easy first missile here for Tub.
Yeah, that tech switch into Talon was big game for him.
Major structural damage
Yeah.
received.
Able to scare those snipers off and win him that first missile. Both players actually have a decent late game here, though. Like, not normally we often see one player with a vastly superior late game. Because of the Borkers, I don't believe the Titan is that much superior. There's no Hammerhead to go with the Titan. There's only a Slingshot, which will lose to the Orca Bombers as well. So yeah, I think Tub's late game might even be better, just because Borka beats everything in Bayer's deck.
And here is the Borka. And there goes the
There goes the
Slingshot.
Sling. And obviously, this isn't amazing for Tub. Like, he only kills a 60 cost Sling and a couple of garbage infantry units. But he gets to heal this Borka back up. Oh, here comes
But
the
he's
Sling.
not-
Double Sling now. And the boost. Yeah, takes that Borka out pretty easily. Pretty big misplay from Tub, I think, to leave the Borka so far forwards and then to try and
Yeah,
push it.
I thought he was going to tuck it round the back.
Yeah,
But he,
I thought so too. And that was a
So all
lot
three-
of cost. A lot of cost wasted on that Borka.
Missile launched.
Yes.
Because he also, the Liang drone, all it did was try and heal the Borka, so he used 160 on that Borka.
Unit lost.
Only gets the
Just-
Slingshot there.
He gets 1 Slingshot. Pitbull at the bottom at AFK, cleaned up by the Predator tank. And here comes the Titan.
Yeah, and what Tub needed to do here was stop making vehicles. Once the opponent has Slingshot and Predator, you need to switch into your infantry. Or just make double Borka. You can't send a single Borka.
He's saving for another Borka. The Titan comes out.
Unit ready.
Titan's looking for that harvester kill. The Borka comes out to take care of it.
He's going
Orca
to get his
won't-
own missiles. And
Orca
maybe his
might-
own harvester.
He might get his own harvester. Getting his own harvester would be a good play. No, he doesn't manage it. Doesn't take out the Titan either, so yeah. Fire way ahead on money now. And this Borka sends it in at your
Just
Slingshot
sitting
whilst
there.
it's reloading. This is
He's
horrendous.
going to position the other Slingshot ready.
Doesn't even get it.
Doesn't need it.
Lost.
Wow, this has gone really badly for Tub.
Ready. Unit
I think
The
his
Titan is down.
uh,
Oh, there's another one's out. Another Titan out.
his Borka micro has been a little weak. Has been the issue here. He's
So
been leaving
Dog's
them
man.
standing still a lot.
But Tub might get this. Oh no, the Titan will clear up there. The tank should get on. There's no micro to block the tank.
Yeah, doesn't block the tank. Doesn't have anything bottom. Yeah, looks like Bayer should be able to take this one. He just needs to get on these pads. These Dogs versus Sniper Slingshot though. That's a matchup that's going to last for a while.
It's a great matchup. We need to see more of it.
Yeah, Tub cannot get back on the pads, and that's going to be it. Bayer takes it. Titan is unstoppable.
Yeah, I think two failed Borkers was the death of
Yep.
Tub there.
I think so. Alright guys, here we go. Game 2, Bayer versus Tub for the 3rd place match. This is a best of 5, so we are going to need to see another victory after this from Bayer if he does take this one. Same deck from Bayer. Tub has switched to the Nod aggro deck. This map is a lot better for Bayer's deck. Slingshot and Snipers are both a lot better on this map. So yeah, I think Bayer's deck makes a lot more sense now. In terms of who's favored though, it's hard to say. Snipers are good versus Fnatic decks. But Bayer doesn't have a good answer for wheels. Like, he has Missiles and Predator, which are both fine, not great. Because they, you know, Missiles die easily and Predator is so slow. So, yeah, this could go either way. I have to wait and see how I think it's going to come down to gameplay. I don't think there's a heavy deck mismatch here.
Until the Titan comes out.
That is true, yeah. Tub cannot beat a Titan. I'm just like when I see the Titan, I'm just assuming that the game will probably, like, when you're playing a not aggro deck like this, the game should be over before the Titan is the relevant factor. Oh, the boost on these missiles is going to take out these wheels very quickly. Oh, a little bit missed micro. Oh, and he's going to lose the missile because of it. Huge throw from Bayer there. Easily could have cleaned those wheels, which would have bought me easily enough. That would have delayed the missile because it would have gone back to yellow. Would have bought him enough time for the snipers to kill the Fanatics. So yeah, big misplay from Bayer there. Does manage to lose first missile. If he'd won that missile, I'd say he's locked to win, because at that point he's definitely getting Titans, which I don't think Tub can beat. But yeah, with this missile going to Tub, Tub's still in it. He's got a good chance.
He missed micros the snipers to shoot the wheels instead of the remaining flamer.
Yeah, and out comes a Predator tank. Predator tank is seriously beefy, man. Like, it's so hard to kill a Predator tank. Although without Liang, it's way easier.
Yeah.
The Tub goes for Stealth Tank here. I'm really not sure what is up with players going Stealth Tank against Predators. I think we should be seeing a lot more Scorpions than we are. Oh, he goes Scorpion as well. Okay, so he wants to get the burst onto this Predator. Does take it out with the chip damage he already had. Sneaks the tank on. If these Fanatics get on top, he could just win this missile here.
I think he's got
Bayer's not retargeting. That's just going to be it. He's going to take it. Yeah, Tub takes it handily there.
the stealth tank.
Yeah, the sneaky stealth tank. Sneaking his way on. Alright guys, here we are. Third place match. 1-1 currently. Tub going with Seth again. I suspect we'll see the same map from Tub. Fire, I think, will have switched to his comforting deck. Yeah, there it is. He switched to his comfort deck with the shocks. Hopefully, I mean, last time we saw Bayer go up against a Fnatic deck, the Fnatic deck did not make good use of the Fanatics and actually managed to lose them to shocks repeatedly, which should just never happen, I think. Like, one of the reasons shocks and flames are not a very good unit right now is because it's so easy to get Fanatics to kill them 2v1. Like, it's so easy to get Fanatics and wheels to get value out of those units. So hopefully we'll see Tub play his Fanatics a little bit better than last time we saw this matchup, and we'll see the Fanatics take care of business. So interestingly here, Bayer immediately tech switches to Pitbull, and Tub decides to go lasers, despite being in the War Factory. He could have just gone Scorpion, like, because you're already in the War Factory, you don't need to tech switch, you can just go Scorpion. Instead he goes for the lasers, which allows Bayer to go shocks and have a good counter to them. It looks like it's not going to matter. Tub is still going to take this first missile, but yeah, not a fan of that. I think I just would have gone Scorpion tank for sure if I was him.
Yeah. So Predator comes out to take on the bikes and the wheels, because as good as Pitbulls are, they are very slow at taking out a lot of units. Flamers come out for nothing, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Flamers were about. Boosted Predator takes care of the Scorpion top very easily. Scorpion looked like it misfired mostly and hit the shocks anyway. This one Shock Trooper is going to take care of these lasers as well. Shock Trooper squads are still good versus lasers, even as a one-man squad.
And the Flamers don't retarget for the oncoming shocks on the bottom pad. They continue to take out the Pitbull, or try to.
Yeah, and we're barely seeing any use of Fanatics. That's like the first Fnatic squad we've seen. It just suicides into the shocks solo. Really, this is not making shocks look as powerful. So not making Fanatics look OP at all. But I promise you guys, they definitely are.
And all three pads covered by Bayer. There was a bit of miss micro with the stealth tank. It tried to pull around the top and then had to come back down to get the Predator. I think it would have just taken out the Pitbull and pulled away and tried to come back again.
Yeah, and the Fanatics just suicide into those shocks there. Not very good play from the Fanatics. Again, like he's splitting the Fanatics and the wheels up. What you want to do is make sure that your Fanatics give boosts to things when they die. So having them fight as their own unit is not very useful. You want them to be working in combination with other units. Again, another drill pod really for no reason that I can see on the map. Just to hold this pad.
Yes.
I think a lot of lasers as well from Tub and not very many Scorpion tanks.
Pushes in the flames against the shocks.
Yeah, not sure about that play either. And here comes some boosted shocks.
Missile troop dies. Predators come round. I think he's got it all covered here.
Yeah, it looks like Predator plus shocks got it covered.
Tanks targeting the shocks instead of the Predator driving through.
Yep, and there it is. Bio's going to take this one pretty comfortably.
Establishing battlefield.
Alright, third
control.
place match. Match point. Fire is 2-1 up. If he wins this one, he is going to take it.
3, 2, 1. New objective available. Harvester ready.
So a change of decks for Tub.
Unit ready.
He goes for
Guys.
his Shade.
Yeah, very weird deck here. Shade and laser drones. Not a huge fan of this. I don't really think you should ever play Shade and laser drones in the same deck. I guess maybe the thinking is that laser drones are good versus Nod and then you need the Shade for GDI, but
Unit
I feel like using 2 slots on those 2 units that have such similar roles is a pretty questionable play in a Rivals deck.
Yes.
unit ready. Building.
And now also Tub has only rifles that kill infantry. So I don't see how he ever beats shock troopers. Like literally his only anti-infantry unit is rifles. So I have no idea how he has to just use
He's
air.
got the drill pods.
He does, yeah, he does have the drill pods, but that's like not great. Like spending 70 on a flamer to fight 40 cost shocks, which fire can produce infinite copies of.
And you can see the pod arriving and he double teams it with shocks and rifles.
Yep.
Unit lost.
And this is looking very bad for Tub. I don't think he thought this deck through when he built it. And I think now that he's losing horrendously to infantry, he's realized that he's made a critical error here.
Yeah.
This is why all Rivals decks play something that can kill infantry. Like you almost always play a scout unit plus a tier 2 anti-infantry.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
And that lone laser drone just shooting the
Unit
shocks casually.
That's his counter to the shock troopers, I guess.
And the shocks keep coming out. It's the drill pod behind his own lines.
And yeah, he's having to use
shocks.
Shade to fight the shocks, and this is just... Yeah, I mean, he just can't kill shocks, and Buyers realized it, so he's just making shock troopers.
Yeah.
Buyer goes for the harvester kill here, instead of, you know, focusing on the missile. Could actually lose this missile.
Use all 3 pads up.
Yeah, just gave up all the pads to get that harvester kill. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, I get it, man. Harvester kills are where it's
The
at.
Predator comes out and clears one, but the laser drones sneak on, but it leaves a pad at the bottom.
warhead cancelled.
But now he's got to push those sliding rifles towards the shocks.
Yeah, and those shocks are just
Can't
basically
micro.
unkillable. And Tub
He's
can't
not-
get on
he's-
this back right pad. And there it is. Buyer
He
takes
gets
it.
it.
And with that, he's going to be 3rd place.
I don't know how he got that, to be honest. Like it looked like he lost when all 3 pads were red.
Yeah, and then he just made some shock troopers, which Tub was incapable of killing. Alright, everyone, here we are with the grand finals. SRPSS versus Shadow Phoenix. No prizes for guessing what deck SRPSS is playing. Shadow Phoenix also bringing Liang. Interested to see if he tries to mirror. Nope, he's gone for a Borka deck. This is, I think, is the best thing you can possibly do. I think Borka Hammerhead, you're going to end up playing basically a Hammerhead mirror with your opponent. Except then you also have Orca Bomber to take out the Titans. So, you know, I think that SRPSS could be... I think that Shadow Phoenix's deck makes a lot of sense. But SRPSS is SRPSS, and he wins basically every game he ever plays. So I would still expect SRPSS to win just because he's an insanely good player.
Yep. So there was a cheeky scout by the Harvester there to see what was on the pads. A preemptive pitbull for the Razorback.
Yeah, the thing is, this is something that anyone who's played a lot of ladder will already know. Pitbull doesn't stop the Razorback. It'll still kill all your infantry, and then they'll make missiles. But I spoke too soon. The Mohawk doesn't arrive anywhere near in time. It's because of the double harvester from SRPSS. The pop cap meant that he couldn't get the Mohawk out for a really long time. So he isn't able to fight these pitbulls in the early game. The Shadow Phoenix does take first missile. If it does come down to a hammerhead mirror, the guy with double harvester should be heavily favored, because he can just make way more hammerheads. So I do think there's a reasonable chance Shadow Phoenix is supposed to double harvester at this point. Like, once he wins the first missile, I think maybe he's just meant to make another harvester.
Yeah, and the Liang group are all moving along slowly. The Mohawks now doing work. The Razorback finishing off, taken down by the missile troops.
Yeah, and Shadow Phoenix can't afford a hammerhead here. And if he loses this harvester, it's really bad for him, because then he's just so far behind in money. He keeps making pitbulls. Like, he needs to save for a hammerhead, but he keeps making pitbulls and missiles instead to try and fight what's on the field. But that's not gonna get him there. He just needs to have saved for a hammerhead. And yeah, it looks like SRPSS is just pushed him off the map with Razorback plus Mohawk plus Liang.
Yeah, I think it's a real hard skill of the game to be able to be patient and build the unit you need, rather than the first thing you just want to hit, you know?
Yep, absolutely. Like, this is something people feel like they're pressured and they have to build units, they have to fight, but all they're actually doing is throwing Tiberium away. Because those units aren't doing anything. They're not killing your opponent's units, because you're just losing them to the Mohawks and the Razorbacks. You're not actually providing any value to your game plan by doing it. You just throw a ton of money away, and now you get to this spot where your opponent has 2 Titans and the game's over. And you never even made your hammerhead.
So the Titans casually walk across. Walker is out. But the Titans split, and he's just doing damage to his own base, really.
Yeah, he's bombed his own base. This one's super over. I think Shadow Phoenix needed to double harvester after winning the first missile so that he could spam hammerheads and balkers. He literally never made it. He made 1 air unit that whole game, because he just got pushed off the map. Alright guys, here we go. Game 2. Shadow Phoenix versus SRPSS. SRPSS did take that first one. I suspect we'll see the same deck from SRPSS. Interested to see what Shadow Phoenix brings. So Shadow Phoenix does bring the same deck, so he's going to try the same strategy again. Maybe this time he'll save for the hammerhead instead of going for the instead of making infinite pitbulls against Mohawks. We'll have to wait and see.
SRPSS not going immediately for the double half this time.
Yeah, interesting to see SRPSS. I assume he doesn't want to lose the first missile without contesting it like he has been doing. So he goes Mohawk first. He probably just thinks, because he knows Shadow Phoenix is... Why, Shadow Phoenix? Why are you going Pitbull? Again, you know SRPSS is going to make the Razorback, and you know he's going to follow up the Razorback with another Mohawk, right? I just don't... I mean, maybe I'll be proven wrong here, but I just don't think this Pitbull gets it done at all. Yeah, look how long it takes to kill a Razorback. He doesn't even take out the Mohawk with the missiles. And now there's 2 Mohawks, and the Pitbulls won't win against them, and he's going to lose the first missile.
It looks like he's going to lose that first.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe spoke too soon. Depends if this Mohawk wins top against the Pitbull. I think it's going to.
Double team the Mohawks, isn't he? That's the trouble.
Well, I mean, maybe it looks like I might be proven wrong. Hang on. No, I wasn't proven wrong. I was going to say maybe I'm proven wrong here, but no. SRPSS takes it pretty... Oh, the Liang Rose steal! Oh, she goes! The Liang steal! Alright, well played by Shadow Phoenix. Giving SRPSS a little bit of his own medicine. I actually thought it was SRPSS's drone at first. And I was like, yeah, this is over, because SRPSS has popped the drone as well. And I was like, oh no, wait, it's the other person's drone.
Look at that formation flying there.
Yeah, this is the problem though. How does Shadow Phoenix deal with this? It's exactly the same thing that happened to him last. Yes, he's saving for the hammerhead. Yes, Shadow Phoenix. Thank God for that. Alright, he's learned from last game. He saves for the hammerhead this time. He is going to lose his harvester, which is really unfortunate, but like he is going to actually take down these units instead of just being pushed off the map by them.
It doesn't push in. It takes a little while to push in there.
The problem here now is that Shadow Phoenix is broke and SRPSS is rich. So SRPSS can make a Titan, which Shadow Phoenix is going to struggle to kill because he's broke. Right. And then SRPSS can make more hammerheads than Shadow Phoenix can. Although, I mean, Shadow Phoenix is pretty close to the Orca Bomber. If he gets the Orca Bomber out, he can take care of this this Titan. All right, very nice. And SRPSS, because he's on the one harvester, he actually can't afford to spam the expensive units. He's on one half, and he didn't get any harvester kills with his Titan, which is kind of what the deck is based around. So yeah, we could actually see Shadow Phoenix take this, maybe.
Unit ready.
He needs to move his Hammerhead at some point. Here we go.
Yeah, it was just sat AFK.
All right, Hammerhead comes in. It's going to take care of these Razorbacks. Titan is
Border
going...
starts.
Yeah, Titan's going for the Harvesters because SRPSS knows that's his win condition. And Shadow Phoenix moves the Borker off the pads. He doesn't need to care about that. He just needs to get the pads. Get the pads,
Yeah.
Shadow Phoenix. I think he's going to do it.
It's that one. Hammerhead's just sat there doing nothing.
Hey!
he gets it.
He does it. He does it. Good job, Shadow Phoenix. Finally takes down the Titans. Okay, let's get this finals going.
I could champion Kane for sure.
All right, here we go. Shadow Phoenix versus SRPSS. Shadow Phoenix finally taking a game off SRPSS. So it is 1-1.
Shadow Phoenix switches deck.
He does. Shadow Phoenix switches up to Jade. Maybe he thinks that SRPSS will change deck after losing. SRPSS obviously isn't interested in doing that. He's changed slightly. He's cut the Mohawk.
Yeah.
And he's put in some rifles.
Interesting change.
Interesting change indeed. So I would say
think
that this would make him weaker to opposing pit bulls. But Shadow Phoenix is on Nod now. And actually Shadow Phoenix's deck does not have a great answer to Pitbull.
No.
So yeah, I think SRPSS is in pretty good shape here. Alright, so Chem's... Yeah, I actually don't like this early Chem play. Having played the Chem decks after Razorback's release, I think that if you go early Chems, you normally get punished by a Razorback. But here comes the Razorback. Shadow Phoenix has immediately got bikes out. Oh, misfires massively. That's actually not so bad. He only loses one missile. This actually doesn't really matter because the Razorback will take 7 bike missiles, which is 2 volleys plus some chips. So missing with a couple of missiles doesn't matter because it's still just 2 additional volleys.
Kills.
But yeah, Shadow Phoenix has messed this up. He's just spamming bikes now.
Okay.
Has nothing to take out these missiles. Oh, this is horrible to watch. Yeah, SRPSS takes first missile, and now he's just going to make Titans. And I don't think Shadow Phoenix can really... Well, he has Shade, but he's not going to beat Hammerhead Titan, really.
I suppose the only thing Shadow Phoenix can try and do is pressurize with those chems, but trying to get them over to the base is going to be hard work.
Yeah, I mean, Chems early against a Razorback deck is a really bad shout, I think. He also, like, he needs to save up to a Phantom. But you need to fight the first missile on low resource so you can respond to their Razorback with a Phantom. Because bikes just don't cut it, as we saw on that missile.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we've got the classic situation of Shadow Phoenix is broke and he just doesn't know what to do. He's panicking, he's throwing units out there, they're all getting slaughtered. He's not making any money. His Harvest is getting blocked here as well. Yeah, and I think this is just over. SRPSS very easily takes that one.
Yeah. Phantom's not going to be able to clear them all. Yeah.
Alright, here we are, match point. SRPSS is up 2-1 against Shadow Phoenix. If he does take this game, then he will, of course, be our champion once again. SRPSS usually wins every tournament he plays, so no changes there. And Shadow Phoenix has gone back to the deck he won with, which I think is a good choice.
Yeah, I agree with that, for sure.
SRPSS using the rifles again. I think this is probably in response to the Borker loss. He wanted a cheaper unit to contest the missiles. Because he was struggling hard with when he only had the Razorback, he was struggling against the Hammerheads. So yeah, I think the rifles are in there now to give him that extra edge. And we see SRPSS using his classic pop capping strategy. This is where you leave people's squads on 1 man so they can't build units. It is a very effective strategy when you have a unit like a Razorback that can come in and clean up all of the 1-man squads at the end. It is also... Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. It's miserable, but it is part of Rivals now, apparently. All right, here comes the Liang drone from Shadow Phoenix, going to take that first missile. Very reminiscent of the first game we saw Shadow Phoenix win, where he stole the first missile with Liang drone. Let's see if he can keep it up.
A misclick by SRPSS to bring out the missile troops.
Yes, I think it might have been. Maybe he thought he would have time to get the Razorback. I'm not sure. Yeah, SRPSS uses his own Liang drone to try and hold that pad, but Shadow Phoenix's Liang steals it. leaving SRPSS simply down 50 Tiberium.
Unit lost.
So SRPSS is going to save up for the Titan now. He was expecting to lose that first missile, I'm guessing,
There it
since he
is.
went for
And
the
the
double
ball is out,
harvester.
so-
Yeah, here comes the Titan. Now, last time we saw Shadow Phoenix beat SRPSS, I believe SRPSS was 1/2, which is why he couldn't afford Titans and Hammerheads. This time SRPSS is double, so it's going to be a lot harder for Shadow Phoenix to keep these things shut down. Yeah, there goes the Borka.
Unit lost.
Hammerhead plus Liang is going to beat the regular Hammerhead without Liang. Not only is it going to win, but it's going to... Oh, no. And, oh, terrible from Shadow
Oh,
Phoenix.
no.
Just spews 50 Tib there. Doesn't use his Pitbull to support the fight, which would have made him win against that Hammerhead.
Lost.
And
Yeah,
SRPSS takes all the pads. Razorback is out.
Yeah, and Shadow Phoenix is broke. That's probably game.
Major
Titan comes down for the harvester. The blocking units come in.
Yeah, and Borka's not going to do anything. And that's it. That's going to be it.
Great blocking by the Razorback too.
unit ready.
And there it is, guys. Not to call the pot too early, but we've seen this happen a lot of times before, and no one has ever come back from this spot. So
Unit
I'd
ready.
be very surprised if we can see Shadow Phoenix pull it off.
Ready.
Shot through the infantry.
Unit,
You can't even getting the base damage as well, just in case.
unit lost.
Yeah, and SRPSS is Titan back to full, Hammerhead back to full. The Liang is just so obnoxious.
Unit ready.
Shadow Phoenix is not doing any damage to this Titan because Liang just heals up any chip damage he could possibly do.
Unit lost.
I mean, he needs a Borka, but he can't afford to get through the Hammerhead. So yeah, looks like SRPSS takes it very comfortably.
Unit lost.
Another Liang drone.
And there it is, the surrender.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, and that's going to be it. SRPSS takes the finals 3-1. Congratulations to him. He wins once again in this Gaming TV tournament. This week, we actually saw him defeat Alicia round 1, though, so that was pretty interesting. We don't normally see an Alicia versus SRPSS game. Yeah, so thank you, Graz, for co-hosting. This is GrazDozTrez.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it. I think maybe need to work on my casting a little bit. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
It's mostly about getting the rhythm between two people. You just need to cast with the same person a few times, then it gets a lot easier once you've done it a few times. Would you like to plug your Twitch as well, Graz?
Sure, yeah. The link was placed above. Twitch.tv/GrazDozTrez. I should probably get a link up, shouldn't I?
Yeah, and I'll be posting that in the comments section. Sorry, in the description of this video. So for those of you who want to check out Graz's channel, that'll be where he is. And yeah, congratulations SRPSS. He wins. Shadow Phoenix second, and I believe it was Bayer came in third. So congrats to those guys, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you all later.
Good games all round. Cheers, guys.